Alright guys, so right now I'll be showing you guys how I'm going to be setting up my new 500-pound magnet fishing magnet and showing you some other different setups. There's no one real method to this, I'm sure there isn't. You could do anything you want, but I just suggest you try to make it as secure as possible. I'll start off over here. This is my original setup here I've been using to make all my videos. It's just some stainless steel machine screw with a coupler and a stainless steel eye bolt. It's all 5/16 thread, and you can see that this magnet has a hole through it. This is a 405-pound holding force from CSM, and over here I originally bought this to replace it, which is another 405, but this one doesn't have the hole, and they've started making them with this threaded base built into the cup housing itself of the magnet, which I thought was nice, so you're not going to lose any any magnetic surface there. And then it give you this. Now I don't know or think this is stainless because it's very magnetic to this. It really likes this thing. So, and this shackle, which I'm using for the new setup on the 500-pound, you can see it's not magnetic. It doesn't want it because it's stainless steel, but which is good because it's not going to rust. I would suggest using stainless steel because this is going to go into water, especially if you're going to go into salt water like I magnet fish in a lot. That salt is going to eat up anything that is not stainless steel. So moving right along, we're going to go ahead and set up the new 500 first, and then set up the 405. So my rope has been looking pretty gnarly lately too. So I went online and I got me a 250-pound test boat anchor line, actually, which has this stainless steel thimble built into it. Now it says its working load limit is 250, and but it has a breaking strength of, it's not going to focus, but breaking strength of 1,290 pounds. So this is definitely going to handle everything I'm going to throw at it. And I'm going to use that stainless steel shackle along with this rope and the magnet to connect all three of these together, which is going to give me a little bit of play. So I guess I'm going to start out with, I'm going to be putting some Loctite. Now that's another important thing. You should use Loctite or some kind of glue. If you got silicone, if you have super glue, if you have wood glue, something. I would recommend something that's not water soluble, because if you're going to put it in the water, it's going to dissolve, and then it's not going to be holding your hardware together, and you're going to lose your magnet. This hardware is going to loosen up on you like this, and then over time, you tugging and pulling and stuff in, and it's going to come undone, and then boom, you're going to lose your magnet. So what I'm going to do is just apply some of this Threadlocker. And you can find this stuff at hardware stores, automotive stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. Make sure you read all the instructions carefully for the Loctite. It does tell you to shake it well. And I would suggest definitely applying this liberally along the threads and smear it all around. That's where I brought this paper towel. Definitely, coat the threads well with this stuff. And the red here is actually like permanent, pretty much, they say. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be able to get it loose if you really try, but I went with a permanent because I don't want it coming off. So then you just put it through, and then you're going to attach your hardware to it and tighten it down as tight as you can. Okay, and when using your tools to tighten this down, remember this hardware is stainless steel, but the tools are not. And you can see I'm using a screwdriver from a magnet fishing video I found. So then you want to, like I said, just tighten it down tight as you can. You don't want this to come apart on you. So, well, there you have it. That's about it. I might put a little extra around here. just to make sure we're good here. Alright, now we're going to move on to the shackle itself. Again, you want to crank this down pretty good when you make your connections here. So I'll put it through the magnet. I want to get the line in there. Put some Threadlocker on the threads of the shackle here. Feed it through. Wait, no, that's not how I want this. Yeah, I want it like this. Okay, there we go. We're all set up and running. See, it gives me a little wiggle and stuff there, but that's a strong connection. And no knots. You're not going to have to worry about it coming untied on you. And you got Threadlocker on your threads of the magnet itself and on the threads of the shackle here. So I think this is going to be a pretty good setup where I don't have to worry about it as much. I do worry a little about getting tangled and caught on stuff, but see, yeah, it kind of just will flip its way out of the way, looks like. Yeah, that's good. That should be good. We're going to give it a try tomorrow, actually. That's why I'm setting it up tonight. I'm trying it out for the first time tomorrow. See how it does, but I got high hopes. I think it's going to do great. And we're going to move on and set up the 405, which I'm using as a backup, or if got a special guest come on the show and make a video with me here. So that's why it's another reason to have it. Ooh, stuck. Alright, oh, see, this is really magnetic, but yeah, that's all you want to do, and just tighten it down as tight as possible. You do not want this thing coming loose on you. That should be good. Wipe off a little of your residue here. And there we go. So that's basically how you should set up a magnet. Now if you got something like this, that's great, but if you don't want to spend a little bit of extra money, which really wasn't that much, I think I picked 2 of these shackles up for like $6. This rope was only like 13 bucks, and this setup, you know, the hardware, again, all the pieces of hardware were like $6, and the rope was like maybe $9 or $12 at Lowe's. But with the setup like this, you don't have the shackle, you're gonna have to tie knots, and you're gonna have to rely on your knot tying skills. If you have some or don't, you can go online and look up some good knots. The knot I tried to make here for my original setup was a Palomar knot, which I don't think turned out so well. So I tied a few extra little knots on there. But like I said, I've been getting tired of having to, you know, every once in a while, some days more than others, have to re-tie this first knot. It would come undone, and it's be a pain. With this, I'm not going to have to worry about it. Once in a while, I'll make sure that the shackle is, you know, nice and tight still, but I think it's going to be a lot more worry-free and hassle-free. So, hope you can take something from all this, and don't lose your magnets when you're out magnet fishing. Also, you want to tie the other end of your rope to your bag, to your belt loop, around your waist, around your arm, around the dock, around anything, something. Because you don't want to pitch your magnet in and have it fly all the way 50 foot out, and then you don't have your rope attached to something, and then your rope goes into water too. That would just be ridiculous. So tie the end of your rope off to something, to your bag, to you, to the dock, to the bridge, whatever it is, a tree, something, a light post, anything, just so you don't lose your magnet, because the objective here is find stuff and not lose stuff. You're finding stuff people lost. So alright, well that's about it. I'm going to stop yapping. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm glad you guys have been liking the videos, and I've had such a high, surge in subscribers here recently, and I guess you guys like the videos, so I'm going to keep trying to make them, keep trying to make good magnet fishing videos, find some cool stuff for you guys, teach you a little about it if I can. If you have any questions or something, be specific, give me a question. I'll try to answer it. Alright? Thanks a lot. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.